Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your flow class this morning. My name is Steph. Today we have a nice, strong and steady flow planned. We are going to be moving around the mat to generate heat and to help us get out of our heads. There will be some options for some arm balances and some standing balances, but of course, please take today's practice at your own pace and take what you need and leave the rest. Please make your way into child's pose with wide knees, big toes to touch. So take the next few moments to land in your child's pose and have a beautiful class. So allow yourself to be here now, to land in the shape, to really arrive on your mat this morning, letting go of what happened yesterday, what happened this morning, and just concentrating on your breath. You might notice the breath is a little short and choppy to begin. Just notice that, and then start to elongate your breath. So you'll send the inhale down to the pit of the belly, filling up the whole container of the torso with breath. And the breath then pours out of the nose as you soften into the mat. So follow these wave-like motions of breath. Like you're riding the wave of this shape. Breathing deeply in through the nose and deeply out of the nose. So we're here for 3 more breaths. Can you take a deeper inhale? Pit of the belly, the breath travels up towards the chest, maybe even the throat, pouring the breath out of the nose. Taking one more in your own time, perhaps your deepest breath of the morning so far. And if you can, keep your eyes closed. Very slowly make your way to tabletop. So a 4-point kneel position, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Start to move forwards here. So shoulders come over the wrists and then backwards towards a child's pose. Inhale as you come forwards. Exhale as you sink back. And take a few more rounds just like this. We're starting to move into the wrists a little as you come forwards. So can you anchor down through your finger pads? All 10 finger pads pressing through the earth. One more time, come forward, so shoulders over the wrists. Then make a circle to your right, so clockwise circles coming over your wrists at the top. So you can make these circles quite small, or you can start to increase the circles as you open up through your wrists a little more. Checking back in with the breath. One more this direction. And then reversing your circle. So starting small as you just drop in and check in with the body this morning. You're welcome to start to make the circles a little bit bigger if that feels okay. 2 more as you even yourself out. We will meet in the middle for cat-cow. On your next inhale, dip your belly and lift your heart, gazing to the sky. Exhale as you tuck your chin and your tail, scoop the belly in. Inhale, moving through cow pose as the shoulders draw down the back. Exhale, can you dome the upper back? Beautiful cat-cow. So keep moving here with your breath now. Start to really connect one breath and one movement. You might find more space as you start to open your spine this morning. One more of this variation. Big exhale as you push the back of the heart to the sky. Come through the middle and turn your hands out to the sides of your mat. Stay here or keep going and turn your fingers to your thighs. Only if that feels okay. Cat-cow to open up through the forearms here now. So your exhale is the belly and back pressing towards the sky. Your inhale creates a little back bend through your spine. So if you have really tight forearms, you might find that this version of cat-cow feels a little sticky through your lower arms. So just keep your movements quite small if that applies to you. Otherwise, you might feel like you can open up through your forearms a little more. And we'll do 2 more rounds like this. Beautiful. Inhale, dip the belly, open the heart. Exhale, press the earth away, chin to chest. So nice, coming through the middle, and then just returning your hands to your normal dog and tucking your toes under. Can you take a deep breath in and exhale to hover your knees just a touch away from the mat? Stay here and breathe. So fill up the whole body with your breath. Can you lift the belly towards the spine as you exhale? One more breath. Exhale. Child's pose as you softly lower the knees. 3 breaths in your child's pose, riding the wave of your breath. Knowing that you can return here at any stage. Beautiful. When you're ready, coming forwards to tabletop, and then flip your palms. So your palms are going to be up, your fingers are going to be facing your thighs. If you can't do both, then you might do one at a time, but we are going to move through cat-cow to open up through the wrists. So one at a time is fine. Inhale to dip the belly, lift the heart. Exhale as you just check it out to start opening up through the wrist. Nice. Inhale. Exhale as you create the dome through the upper back. I'm going to do 2 more rounds, so 1 on each side. Evening yourself out, coming back to your normal tabletop and tucking your toes 1 more time. Take a deep breath in, hovering the knees as you exhale. 1 more full inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale, Adho Mukha. So move freely here. It's early in the morning, so it's nice to walk the dog, just lengthening out the back line of the body a little. And then find stillness in this shape for a moment. Inhale to lift your heels, coming up onto tippy toe dog. Exhale as you press your heels towards the back of the mat. 3 more like this, tippy toes. Push to the balls of the feet. Exhale, lengthen. 2 more with breath. The wave-like motions of the breath move the body. 1 more, pausing on the inhale. Tuck the chin into the chest, unravel like a wave. We'll meet in plank pose. A few breaths here as you check out this shape. A familiar shape, but not so much this morning. So just notice the thumbs can suction into one another without you moving your hands. The pinky side of the hand is also active to protect the wrists. And then lowering your knees, untucking your toes. As you inhale, come forwards. Exhale, a slow descent to the belly, elbows next to the ribs. Inhale, baby cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale as you fold. 2 more like this, so checking out cobra this morning. A beautiful choice of back bend. Fold on the exhale. 1 more. You're welcome to stay with cobra as we move through our flow this morning. Folding to the mat, toes tucked. Can you tuck your tailbone under to scoop your belly away from the mat? Breathe in. Child's pose as you breathe out. Beautiful transition, downward facing dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, press the heels back towards the back of the mat. 3 more like this. Lifting through the arches of the feet. Even though you're focusing on your feet, can you stay connected to your hands? 1 more. Unraveling like a wave to plank pose. Stay and breathe. Imagine the toes suctioning towards the wrists and the wrists suctioning back towards the toes. So you're building heat underneath your plank, engaging through your core. You're welcome to lower the knees if you need, otherwise stay in plank. Inhale, shift forwards, slow descent to your belly as you exhale. Just 1 cobra here as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Tuck the toes, engage the belly, on or off the knees, kneeling or full plank as you exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. So 1 more round like that. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, press the heels. Can you use the belly to lift the heels this time? Beautiful. 2 more. We'll meet at the top. Inhale, chin tucks. Exhale, unravel, plank pose. So your choice here, either one of our previous rounds or come with us. Inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, halfway down for chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. So this could be cobra if you need. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Follow the wave-like motions of the body. Beautiful. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Can you lift from the inner thigh for your 3-legged dog? Inhale, tippy toes to create space. Yes. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, push back up. So 3-legged dog. Right knee to right tricep across the body. Inhale, push back up. Now we're going across the body to the left tricep. Exhale. Beautiful. 1 more. Push back up. Inhale to nose. Exhale. Right foot steps forwards. Runner's lunge. So you might be on your fingertips here. Can you start to make little rocks forwards and backwards? So tiny movements as you just check out this shape and feel into the body this morning. And then find stillness, right knee over right ankle as you make your way to crescent lunge, sweeping the arms up overhead. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Can you turn the left half of your pelvis forwards just a little so the right hip draws back? This aligns your pelvis to the front of the mat. Pinkies turn in to drop the shoulders down towards the ribs and create space around the ears. One more breath in and a breath out. Inhale prepares you to flow. Exhale as your hands find the earth to frame the right foot, stepping back to plank, moving through your flow. So you might be coming all the way down for a cobra, or you're moving through chaturanga for your upward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky, lifting through the inner thigh. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Inhale, push back up to the left triceps. Inhale, push back up across the body to the right tricep. Push back up. One more through the middle, tiger curl, left foot steps next to the left thumb, runner's lunge. So just as we did on the first side, can you just move forwards and backwards and check it out? Just notice what you're feeling. A few moments of free time, and then find stillness, left knee over left ankle as you make your way up to crescent lunge. So this side, it's the right hip that comes forwards, the left hip that tucks back. So 2 hip bones shining straight ahead like headlights. Notice the breath. The back heel right over the ball of the foot. And take a deep inhale. Exhale as you find the earth framing the left foot. Silently step back, plank pose, vinyasa flow. The exhale is the lowering phase. The inhale is your back bend. And your exhale takes you back to Adho Mukha, 5 breaths. So shortly we will be picking up the pace. But stay with this moment, with this breath. When the pace does increase, can you stay as an observer of the breath? So if your breath gets choppy, you might just back off a little. Inhale, right leg lifts for 3-legged dog. Tiger curl through the middle as you exhale. Inhale, push back up. Right knee to right tricep. You might bend the elbows to chaturanga and then press back up for your 3-legged dog. Beautiful. Right knee to left tricep across the body. Push back up. One more 3-legged dog. And then stepping through to high crescent lunge. So right foot next to the right thumb, sweep the arms up. One breath here. Your inhale prepares you to move to arrowhead exhale, hinging from the hips, sweeping the arms back. So can you feel strong and stable here? Shoulder blades draw down towards the lower back like in up dog. And then starting to shift forwards. So your weight shifts forwards. Maybe you bend the left knee as you float to Dekasana, modified warrior 3. So first time standing on one leg this morning. So just laugh it off if you wobble. Just focus on pressing down through the ball of the right foot as you kick back through the left heel. One more breath. Can you bend the right knee and land in runner's lunge? So left foot and hands plant at the same time. Vinyasa flow as you step back through your plank pose. Moving with breath here now. Use your belly to find Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale. Tiger curl as you exhale. Inhale, push back up. To your left tricep, maybe you bend your elbows like chaturanga, pressing through the fingertips. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale to your right tricep. So create that cross through the body. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, stepping through for high crescent lunge. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Steady on the breath. Your inhale prepares you to move. Exhale, arrowhead. Lean forwards with the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Palms face down to open the heart. Shifting your weight forward. So left leg is dominant. Bend the right knee. Gracefully float to Dakasana. So nice. So left leg might be a little more wobbly. All good. Can you lift the arch of the foot but press down through the big toe mound? One more breath. Bend the left knee as you land, runner's lunge, so your hands and your right foot connect. Beautiful vinyasa flow. Moving with breath here. Meaning in downward facing dog. Just 3 breaths here. If you need a child's pose, now is your opportunity. So our next round will involve a kundinyasa, an arm balance. If you want to have a little play, know that's available to you. Otherwise, you might just stay with the chaturanga version, downward facing dog. Right leg towards the sky as you inhale. We'll come to the middle first for a tiger curl. Exhale. Inhale, push back up. Here's your arm balance, right knee to right tricep. Bend your arms like chaturanga, look forwards. Maybe you hop off the back leg or maybe you float 3. Nice straight legs 2. 1, can you land your left leg and then find 3-legged dog, push back up. So nice. Across the body for fallen triangle. Left tricep, left foot extends towards the top of the mat. Maybe you hover, float the left hand and open your heart for 3. Push the hips, 2. 1, left hand plants, 3-legged dog. So nice. Crescent lunge. Sweep the leg through the middle. Inhale, press up. Exhale, arrowhead. Shift forwards as you breathe in. Dakasana as you breathe out. Inhale, steady. Start to bend the right knee as you land for low lunge. And then left hand plants down. Can you find a simple twist here to your right? Twisting through the upper back. So it's the middle of the spine that rotates. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 1 more. And then moving through your flow, maybe the right leg hovers through a 3-legged flow. Inhale forwards, exhale halfway down. Your back bend as you breathe in. Use the belly, Ardha Mukha. Left leg lifts as you breathe in. Tiger curl as you breathe out. Inhale, push back up. Here's your arm balance. Connect your left knee to your left tricep. Bend your arms to 90 degrees. Look forwards. Either hop off that right leg or float. 3. Breathe. 2. 1. Right leg steps back. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Fallen triangle as you find the left tricep and then shoot the leg out. You're on the outside border of the left foot. Push the hips towards the sky and scoop the belly in. Right hand plants down, 3-legged dog. Tiger curl, look forward, step forwards, high crescent lunge. Inhale, find your feet. Dakasana as you lean forwards and sweep the arms behind you. Take a breath in. Shift forwards and find Dakasana as you float the back leg. Start to land, so left knee bends. You'll find your runner's lunge. Right hand plants down, simple twist. So we're opening through the heart, pushing the earth away and just finding breath here. One more. Left hand plants down. Maybe you can step back through a three-legged plank. Left leg can hover through space. Three breaths here in downward facing dog or child's pose. Right leg towards the sky as you breathe in. Tiger curl as you breathe out. Inhale, push back up. Kundinyasana, right knee to right tricep. So you're welcome just to bend the elbows and keep the left leg on the mat, or little hops to practice just hovering that left foot. So nice. And then stepping back with the left leg, right leg pushes up, three-legged dog. Right knee to left tricep as you find one more fall and triangle. So left arm opens the heart. Right hand is super active as you push the earth away through 5 finger pads. Left arm lowers, right leg to the sky. Exhale as you tiger curl. Look forward, step forwards, high crescent lunge. Arrowhead, this is what this pose is called, and then start to shift forwards for Dekasana. We're adding on here, folding down for standing split. So gracefully lower down. Maybe you wrap the right hand behind the calf. Maybe not. Take one more breath. Take a halfway lift as you unravel. Landing in your runner's lunge, so bend through your right knee. Left hand plants down, simple twist. We're now going to find the outside borders of the feet. So you'll roll to the outer border and then step the right leg back for plank, side plank pose. If you need to lower the left knee, please modify. You might play with floating the top leg. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and then move through your flow as you square your body to the mat, opening through the heart in your back bend. Beautiful, you know where you're going now. Let's just check it out on the other side. Left leg lifts, inhale. Tiger curl, exhale. Inhale, push back up. One more opportunity for Kundi as you connect the knee to the tricep. Little hops on the back leg is your option. Breathing through, right leg steps back, left leg to the sky. One more fall and triangle as you cross the body and right arm floats, opening the heart, pushing the earth away as the hips and belly lift. Right hand plants down, three-legged dog. Adjust the feet. Exhale, step through for high crescent lunge. Inhale. Arrowhead as you hinge from the hips, sweep the arms behind you, find your feet. Start to shift forwards for Dekasana, standing on one leg. And then folding for your standing splits. Take your time to gracefully land in this forward fold. Legs split apart like scissors. Maybe the left hand wraps behind the calf. If you want to practice decreasing your balance points. You've got this. Unravel your bind, do a halfway lift. Bend your left knee as you land, runner's lunge. Right hand plants down, simple twist. Rolling to the outer blades of the feet as you turn into your side plank. Use your belly to lift the top leg. Any variation is welcome. So you can modify by lowering the knee. You can go crazy and find a side plank with that top leg hovering. Take a full breath in wherever you are, your version of this pose, and a full breath out. Vinyasa flow as the left hand lowers to square your body to the mat. Knees are a beautiful option, and cobra is a delicious back bend. We're all going to take a child's pose for 5 breaths. Just drop into this shape. Notice the breath moving the body. The heart rate dropping with every round of breath. Whenever you are ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. I'm going to change it up now. No more kundinyasa. Just check in with your dog as you drop the heels towards the mat and connect through your finger pads, a little suction of the palm away from the mat. On your next inhale, let's find 3-legged dog and then bend the right knee to stack open the hip for scorpion dog. So just check it out here. Just feel the shape as you open the hip. Take a deep breath in as you lift the left heel and then tiger curl through to crescent lunge. So a familiar shape as you inhale. And then exhale to warrior 2, turning open to the left, right knee tracking over the big and second toe. 5 breaths in your warrior as we visit this shape for the first time this morning. The arms are super active, so charging up from underneath the arms, the palms, the fingertips, reaching to either end of the room. And take a breath in. Warrior 2, back of the mat, so pivoting on your feet. 5 breaths in this shape. So now it's the left knee tracking over this first and second toe. So you can even peek down to check the alignment. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. We're going to find crescent lunge at the back of the mat. So you're going to pivot on the back foot, sweep the arms up. Nice. Find some steadiness here. Hands to heart center. Shift forwards. Let's find warrior 3 again. A different variation this time as you have your hands towards heart center. We're going to have one more play with standing splits as you fold towards the mat. Maybe you stay with standing splits, or if you want to play with your handstand kick-ups, you might bring the left foot towards the middle of the mat, plant the hands as you float into handstand. Very nice. So I personally don't have a handstand in the middle of the room. So if that's you, all good. Just practice little kicks. So you'll bend the left leg and the right leg will take you into the air like a lever. Whoa, walking handstand. Very nice. We're going to find a flow. So you'll be in your runner's lunge as you step back and then meet in plank pose, vinyasa flow. It's a tricky transition from those handstands. Very nice. We're at the back of the mat in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Just letting go of the first side and embracing this next round like it was brand new. Left leg lifts, inhale. Scorpion dog, exhale. Just feeling the shape as you lower the left shoulder a little more. Inhale, the right heel lifts. Exhale as you tiger curl through to crescent lunge. Sweeping up. Warrior 2 to your right. And then we're going to pivot on the feet to find this shape at the top of the mat. Warrior 2. Finding crescent lunge as you lift the back heel, square the hips, sweep the arms overhead. Hands to heart center as you shift forwards. Little bend in the back knee as you find warrior 3. Find your balance here. Take a moment and then fold to your standing splits. So you're very welcome to stay in your splits. If you want to play with the bind, it will be the right hand that wraps around the calf. If you do want to play with some kick-ups, hop back so that right foot, oh yes, step back so you're in the middle of the mat. Hands plant down. The top leg is the lever, so you'll bend the right knee. The left leg will lower, and then allow the left leg to take you up as you hop. Finding your breath, maybe a few kick-ups, getting rid of some of the fear or just embracing wherever you're at this morning. And then we are going to move through a flow. So you'll be back in plank, your choice of back bend. So nice. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So we've got one more flow this morning, a build of the one we just practiced. So maybe if you didn't have a play with your handstand kick-ups, you can embrace the opportunity in this next round. Your next inhale brings your right leg to the sky. Exhale, scorpion dog. Stay here or lift your left heel and gracefully find your flip dog. So your right foot finds the floor on the left-hand side of the mat, and you're creating this opening through your heart. One day this would become wheel pose. Start to flip towards the mat. Right leg lifts forwards, crescent lunge. So knee to nose, step forwards. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the legs, connect the arms overhead, warrior 2, back of the mat. Beautiful. Sweep the arms up overhead as you lift the back heel, crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, shift forwards, warrior 3. Nice. Start to make your way to standing splits or your handstand kick-ups. So you are on your left foot. So a little bend in the left knee, right leg might lower, and then the right leg takes you up as you float. Nice, Casey. Getting a little tired, so don't go too far. Just check in with what your body needs right now. If you are doing a kick up, maybe play with one more. And then we're going to land in our runner's lunge. So your left foot would be at the front, which is the back of the mat now. Right hand plants down. Can we find a simple twist here? Now, here's the change. We're finding the outer borders of the feet moving into Cleopatra as you drop the hips, reach towards what is the top of the mat, and press the earth away with your right hand. Then take a lift of the hips as you sweep the arm over your second last flow. Maybe your left leg can be hovering through a 3-legged flow, maybe not. Just take what you need this morning. We've been working pretty hard. So we've got one more side, one more flow, just so you know where we're going. Sometimes it's nice to know. Alrighty, left leg lifts towards the sky. Your exhale takes you to scorpion dog, bending the knee, and then lift the right heel as you gracefully flip your dog, flipping your dog. I got you. Lifting the heart. So the right hand is down, pushing the earth away. As you start to spin back to the mat, maybe you keep the left arm hovered as your left leg steps forwards. Crescent lunge. Take your time. Find your feet. Turning to your right for warrior 2. So back heel on the 45. Both arches of the feet lift. Inhale, straighten the legs, arm overhead. Warrior 2, front of the mat. So we're back to the front of the mat. Crescent lunge. As the left heel lifts, find your balance. Hands to heart center. Shift forwards, bend your knees. Warrior 3. Forward fold, so your choice, standing splits or a hop of the right foot to the middle of the mat as you play. So remember to use that left leg as a lever. I personally find it really helpful to lower the left leg and then lift it up as you float. So it levers you through space. You might find some lightness using your hands. We've got to land in our low lunge. So your right foot at the top of the mat, left hand plants down. Let's find a simple twist. Finding the outer blades of the feet as you find Cleopatra. So your left hand will plant down if it's not already, hips lower, but you're still super active through your left hand and through your hips. Right hand reaching to the back of the mat. And then as you lift your hips, sweep your right arm over. Plank pose, right leg can stay hovered. Your lucky last vinyasa flow. Move with breath. And take 5 breaths in your Adho Mukha. Beautiful, slowing down the heart rate. Whenever you finish those 5 breaths, lift up onto your tippy toes and take a slow walk to the top of the mat. I'm going to take a forward fold of choice here. You might take ragdoll opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Tailbone lifting to the sky. If you want a wrist release, you can lift the toes and thread the palm under, so your palm will be up as your toes massage into your wrist creases. Might feel nice after being on our hands quite a bit this morning. And then releasing your forward fold. You let your hands hang heavy and tuck your chin as you round up to a standing pose. Tadasana. Beautiful. We move a little challenge for our balance. So press your left foot through the earth and rebound your right knee to your chest. Stork pose. Take your left hand on the outer blade, so the pinky side, either of the knee or the foot. If you do have the foot, start to extend your right leg forwards as your right arm reaches back. Maybe you can turn your gaze towards the back of the mat, maybe not. Wherever you are, can you breathe and find strength in this pose? You're welcome to stay with the bent knee. Your left foot is pushing through the earth. We're all going to meet at the front, so squaring your body towards the top of the mat. Arms overhead, right leg extends. Can you keep the knee up for 5? Flexing the toes towards the back of the face. 3, 2, 1. Bending the knee, hands to heart center for stork pose. And then let's find tree. Right knee opens, sole of the foot presses either on the inner calf or the inner thigh. Hands to heart center. 5 breaths in your tree. Feel the tug of war as the right foot presses in to wherever you have the connection. And it's either the inner calf or the inner thigh that's pushing out, creating that work down the inner seam of the body. If you'd like to challenge your balance even more, blink your eyes closed. If you wobble, open them again. Just play with it. And if you fall out, just come back in. And then whenever you're ready, just meeting in Tadasana for a moment, arms down by your side. Let's press the right foot through the earth as you rebound the left knee up. So now it's the right hand to the outer left knee. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you can grab the pinky side of the foot. As you start to extend the left leg forwards, your left arm reaches back. Use the gaze, so you're either looking to the side or maybe you're even spinning your gaze around to the back of the mat. Right foot is super active. Can you lift your heart and turn your torso so you're twisting through the upper back? And then start to make your way to face the mat. Left leg extends, arms overhead. So keep the knee up and then curl the toes back towards the face. 4, 3, keep working through the thigh. 2, 1, bend the left knee, tree pose. You'll bring your hands down. Left knee turns out. And then just see where you're at on this side. Pressing the left foot into the inner shin or inner thigh, and vice versa. So again, that inner seam, that activity as you find stillness, and maybe you close down the eyes. Gently finding Tadasana pose. Well done. Arms down by your side. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, turn your toes out like Charlie Chaplin, and take a seat into yogi squat, hands to heart center. Just check it out. Your hips should be pretty open, but you might need to play around with where your feet are, just so that you can feel even through the body. Can you spend a few moments lifting your heart, so you're lengthening your spine in this shape? Start as you press the elbows out and the knees in, another little game of tug of war. And then we are going to turn this into half boat pose. So you'll round your spine to start, chin tucks, to get your tailbone closer to the mat, knees come together out in front, feet float, half Navasana. So yes, you might have your feet on the mat, you might play with hovering the knees, plenty of options. You can hold the back of the thighs, or you can reach the arms forwards or slightly out. Can you find your breath here? If you'd like to move into Navasana, you can straighten the legs. The body makes the shape of a capital V. We're all going to move together wherever you are. Take an inhale. Start to round the spine as you lower to low boat, straightening the legs. Come back up to half Navasana. 3 more like that. Low boat as you scoop the belly. Push back up as you inhale. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale. 1 more time. We're going to meet in low boat for 5. Draw the belly in. 4. You've got this. We're almost to the ground. 2. 1. A mini Shavasana as you come down onto your back. Well done. Take a few breaths here and just check in with your body. We still have quite a few poses to go. We are going to be winding it down just a little. Setting up for bridge pose. Bend the knees, place the soles of the feet flat on the earth, hip width distance apart, feet and knees. Can you tuck your tailbone under to feel your lower back flatten into the mat, and then keep peeling up, segmentally moving into bridge, finding a neutral spine at the top. You're welcome to stay just like this, or you might interlace your hands underneath your lower back and press the pinkies down into the mat. As you shift the weight onto your left foot, can you bend your right knee to a right angle and then extend your leg to the sky? 2 breaths here. Full inhale. Full exhale as you keep pressing your hips up. 1 more breath. We'll meet in bridge pose. Second side. Left knee floats. Extend towards the sky. Super active. Tailbone tucking under just to protect the lower back a little. Bridge pose. Unbind and then gently make your way down. Keep the knees bent. Take the feet wider than the mat and windscreen wiper the knees from side to side. Just massaging the sacrum. Beautiful. And then coming back to hip width distance apart, feet and knees once again. One more round of bridge this time as you lift the hips up. Maybe you interlace the opposite thumb on top. So once you meet in bridge, go to your default interlace and switch. It's good just to have the brain working evenly side to side. Inhale, lift both heels, tippy toes. Maybe you stay here and breathe, lifting through the arches of the feet, still anchoring down through big and pinky toe mound. Feeling nice and stable through the spine. Engage through the belly. There's a little tuck of the tail to lengthen out the lower back. 2 more breaths. Then releasing your bind as you lower the heels, making your way down bone by bone, just taking your time. Knees stay bent, feet off the mat. Knock the knees together towards the center of the mat. Just allow the body to settle here. And we are going to come into an inversion. So shoulder stand, if it's in your practice. Bring the feet back to hip width distance. Bend the knees to right angle. So you're going to float the feet and then straighten the legs. You might stay here in your inversion. Otherwise, you can start to take the toes overhead. As you bend the elbows, you're going to place the palms on the lower back. Maybe you stay here and rock from side to side to get the elbows closer together. Wherever you are, can you press the back of your head into the mat and tuck the chin? Working through the thyroid, regulating your energy and your metabolism. Active legs. Strong, steady breath. Letting the breath be your guide. It's like you've got one leg zipping up the inner seam of the legs. If you are in shoulder stand, we will find plow pose. So take the toes overhead. You might bend the knees to shorten the lever. If your feet are floating, please take your arms long down the mat. So you're pressing your palms down to keep you there. If your toes hover, you may keep your hands on your lower back. Take 3 deep breaths here, still protecting the head, little chin tuck. And then we're going to take 3 to 5 breaths to meet in a mini shavasana. You might have your hands on the lower back as you keep the legs straight, as you peel your way down through legs up the wall, and then you might use your belly as you lower your legs nice and long towards the top of the mat. Take your time. Beautiful. Bend the knees one more time. We're going to find a figure 4 shape. So feet are flat, right knee to chest, and then turn the right knee as the outer ankle connects onto the left thigh, figure 4. So press the right knee away, and then you might float the left foot and hug the left knee in. If you want more, you might release the bind and place the right foot in the left elbow crease and hug the baby. Do you remember this one, Casey? So you'll extend the left leg long, yeah, and rock from side to side, only if you want a deeper hip opener. Nice. Just dropping right into this shape, following the wave-like motions of the breath. And then gently releasing, making your way back to knees bent, feet flat. And left leg floats into figure 4. So the knee opens as the outer ankle rests on the right thigh. And then hugging the right leg in. Seeing how it feels on this side. You might just need to stay here. Or release your bind and release your right leg as the left foot presses into the inner elbow or the elbow crease. And then your new bind is wrapping around the outer shin. So plenty of options. You can have that right knee bent or the leg nice and straight as you drop into your hip opener this morning. Just observing the body. Beautiful. We'll all meet with both knees to chest. So wherever you are, just gently unraveling your shape and hugging your knees in. Extend the left leg from this bind and release your right arm beside you. So either long as you press the palm down or in cactus. And then use the left arm to guide the right knee across the body for a simple twist. And stay here for 3 breaths as you just open the body, turning your head to wherever it's comfortable for your neck, mostly to the right. And then making your way onto your back, both knees to chest. And then the second side. So releasing the right leg from the bind, left arm beside you as the palm anchors down. And then take the right knee to guide the left leg across the body. 3 breaths here. Just really sinking into your mat now, using these last few minutes of practice to soak in what you've learned today, but also to commit to staying connected. It's really easy for the mind to wander off the mat. Coming onto your back, and then just taking your final pose. If you'd like a happy baby, if you'd like an early shavasana, maybe another round of twist, whatever's calling you this morning. And then in your own time, setting up for shavasana. Making your way onto your back, just getting comfy in this shape. So of course, if you want to put on some layers, you're more than welcome to. And then committing to stillness. The stillness of the body, except for the wave-like motions of the breath. So even in stillness, there's these subtle moments, these subtle movements, observing how the breath is moving the body. So can you stay with that? Can you watch your breath and allow the breath to keep you grounded, keep you connected to your mat? Can you stay here just a little longer? Back to the breath. And the mind has wandered. So you are very welcome to stay in Shavasana this morning. Maybe you count yourself 5 or 10 more breaths. But I will be bringing you out. So if you would like to start to gently wriggle your toes and your fingers, it might feel nice to turn your head from side to side. Just really slowly, like you're waking up from a deep slumber. These micro movements of the body. And take the left arm overhead as you roll onto that left side, resting the head on the pillow you've created with your arm. And then bring the right arm over and just allow it to gently push you up to a seat. So sitting at the top of the mat in just a simple cross-legged seat. Bringing the hands to heart center as we acknowledge our practice this morning. As we practice a moment of gratitude for showing up on the mat and committing to following the journey of the breath as we make shapes around the mat. The word yoga means union. So we will take a unifying breath very shortly together. So just emptying the breath wherever you are. And together, let's take a deep inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow the head to the heart as you exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for joining us on the mat this morning. Staying connected with yoga. Namaste.